me what all that stuff was when I was
Hi,
little.
everyone.
I did not. Hi.
Oh no. Hi everyone. Welcome back for another week of Light of Thylea. We play Odyssey of the Dragonlords, where sky daddies and mommies are a topic of conversation. Let's leave it at that. As you can tell, Kenzie's not going to join us tonight. She's feeling a little under the weather, so send her some thoughts. Hopefully she'll start feeling better soon. That said, I mean, stuff happening in the Nerdiverse. I think the thing that has been preoccupying me and Alex, as well as Jason and now Tyler, is of course Diablo 4. This is not sponsored. I'm just a Diablo nerd. And my take on it, really, just this is not even controversial. I think it's a really, really good storyline. They finally got back to what Diablo 2 was and Diablo 3 should have been, so I'm glad about that. I think the end game is going to be a little iffy for a while, and probably the game's not going to look the way it does now in 2 years. But we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much all I have as far as the Nerdiverse goes. Is there anything that you guys want to shout out?
So controversial.
I know, it was super. It's just had so much to do with D&D. Hearing a whole lot of nothing. Let's go.
Oh no, I do have one thing.
Sorry if it's nothing.
You know, since it is Pride Month, I'd like to post my Venmo. You know,
right. Instead of spending money at corporations, send money to me, a gay, directly.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Yes. Help a local gay. In the arms of the angels.
No. Just to that song, no. I don't know. Anyway, we're in it again. Previously, the group had, after 3 long years, I mean, they felt like they were 3 years worth of 4 sessions, finally met up again, Astoria, for the wedding of Rhodas. He, of course, had been promised himself to Corinna through Corinna's father, and that is now coming to the titular close of that deal. Corinna and him, having actually fallen in love, are going to cement a powerful dynasty within Astorian. Now, that aside, you guys have been busy yourselves. Intrigue is abound. There are certain restrictions and pacts that have been forged, and boots that all of you want to get out from underneath. Thus, you took some time and discussed what? Not those kind of boots. Get out of here, Jason. You took some time to discuss how you could do that, arriving at a few different plans, cobbled together as they are, in order to arrive at the goal of opposing Sidon. For one, you want to make sure that Versa can get her child from the Tower of Praxis. A bit more of a complicated scenario, but something that is going to allow her to move more freely when her son Estor is no longer in the grasp of the Titan. You also planned on freeing Estrella from her divine bindings that she currently has in the form of blessings from Sidon, as she is the cleric of Sidon, the high priestess. And finally, you also decided to search for the Promethean fire, a magical artifact that supposedly has the power to imbue mere mortals with divine power. Something that you guys could use in order to bring yourself to the same status that the Five enjoyed before the Oath of Peace came to an end. We're picking it back up as the trumpets were sounding around Astoria. It is the evening of the wedding of Rhodas and Corinna. And with that, welcome back, everyone. We are in Astoria. People are joyously celebrating, laughing, drinking entirely too much wine. As you guys hear the trumpets outside and people are starting to usher others towards the festivities, the Ahura, of course, the people from far and wide that have been invited to come observe the wedding, to see the new power couple of Astoria, are being ushered towards the temple. You all are invited to actually attend the ceremony itself by Rhodas' invite. Now, you guys are still in the side room, where you guys had just been discussing the severity of what's going on. Kyra kind of turns her head back towards all of you and her shaggy blonde visage that she has chosen. Are you all decided then? Do you have enough time to speak, or do we need to bust the wedding?
Uh,
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good plan, right?
All right. So what
Yeah.
is it in one sentence or less?
Fuck shit up.
I like it. Short, punchy, not very eloquent. That's my kind of sentence. All right, well, we better go and attend the wedding, shall we?
Let's do it up.
crash a wedding.
As you guys go out, the palatial center, I'll keep wanting to call it a floor. What is that called in English? Why is my English failing me as many times before? The large plaza in the middle of the palace that leads kind of from the general guest rooms and the like, the, you know, living affairs, and then of course the Temple of Pitor, where the wedding will happen. You guys are walking through, and dignitaries from far and wide are there. Many people stop you, especially you, Brissa, to kind of shake your hand. Estrella is probably the second most famous here. Daphne, Yanni are being stopped on occasion. Lyra, Argenti, the two of you move through everything here fairly unimpeded, let's call it. As you guys are moving through, you guys do see a number of people. You see the bard Hesperos, the satyr that traveled with you all and has been writing stories about each of you. You see, of course, Aesop, who is now an official Dragonlord garb to officiate the wedding himself. You see, surprisingly, maybe to some of you, Moxena, the Medusa that now rules over Themis and the Amazons. Multiple people. At the end of the temple, though, you see a very nervous Rhodus who's kind of readjusting his breastplate again and again. His mother is fussing over him. No sign of Karuna thus far. No sign of Anora, which is odd. And you also see Callistor, who starts approaching all of you. Now, Callistor, as a reminder, is the handsome young man who shares divine demigod blood with both Daphne and Rose. He approaches you, Lyra, immediately.
Of course.
Kind of
I'm
just
high. I get it.
like going again, kind of a little bit slowly. I have to be honest, and I never thought I was going to be seen with these people at this time of day. Well, I guess it is the right time of day, as the sun is starting to kind of set between the western mountains and the mountains. Just never out in public like this. I've seen many of these people before, you know.
I mean, you know, maybe you could have a little side hustle going while the wedding is going on.
Oh, no, this is pleasure, not business. It'll be okay. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, you know, busy trying to stay alive and keep everyone else alive.
I thought you already
Save the
did
world.
that. But it's already over. You won. You did the thing.
It was like a temporary victory.
You see a weird concern kind of go over his face, and then his eyes almost involuntarily kind of shoot over towards Estrella, and then back to you, and then back towards Estrella, and then back to you.
She's cool. She's good. She's fine.
Right. I was more talking about the fact that you said it was... You know what? I just, above my pay grade, I'm not good at politics. I'm much better at... anyways, as you guys are talking, you also see another figure approach you. This one, darker skin. You can see the braids of her hair. And you see, of course, Darian. The prisoner.
Darian, who...
And the true, well, some say Queen of Themis. Hello. The last time you saw her, she couldn't really speak. It seems that though there's a little bit falteringly, she, over the last 3 years, has taken speech lessons. Brissa, you of course ended up funding the whole affair, having a potential person in your back pocket who could rule over an entire other country. Well, let's just say it could be quite beneficial. Your Highness kind of bows towards you, Brissa.
Oh, it's nice to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. No, well, I am doing well.
Good, good. Are you
Good
excited?
also works unless you're uppity, by the way.
Oh, the Ayani. He says you say well if you talk to important people. Huh?
Not wrong.
I guess so.
You are important people.
Meh. We're,
Yes, we are.
we're your friends. That's what matters.
I
That is true.
wanted to ask you all, what have you thought of my ask to help Timis? And she kind of looks over. It's like a mixture of being concerned and angry. She looks over towards Moxena, who's currently with her snakes completely covered in a beautiful, what looks like a kind of a turban that rises upwards. You can see her just laughing and joyously kind of having conversations with multiple merchants based out of Astoria. Have you considered my ask? Bring troops. Take Timis for me. Please.
Well,
Yeah. We haven't talked about it yet, but we will definitely talk about it.
You say 3 years now, same words. When change?
Yeah, Brissa, when change?
I, I think things will change soon, but for now,
Soon
we ask
when?
that. She's just gonna like look towards others. Soon, I can't within a few years, within a year, within a
Years.
year, within a year.
I wait 3 year. Queen, please. Timis needs me. Needs you. And she looks at all of you guys now, clearly addressing Light as a whole. Please. You help me. You free me. Now, help again. Free Timis. Together, we strong, we can do. Timis and Mitros, friends. Please.
Okay, here's the thing, Darian. Oh my gosh. So this is all news to me. So obviously blame Brissa. But we have like real time sensitive stuff going on right now in like the next, I don't know, 3 days probably.
Queen uses same words. Yanni told me they call buzzwords. Synergistic.
Yeah, I'm super happy for you learning new words, but the stuff that we're trying to do right now, if we don't do it, won't matter if we go and save Themis because everyone will die.
But what are you doing? That is
Ooh.
more important than Timis.
Well, that's kind of like a need to know basis.
I need to know.
It's really the less people that know, the better. Because if you know, then you'll probably be like a target.
Do I need to be less people to know? I don't understand.
Yeah, that made my head hurt
Say
too,
again.
actually. So
We ask that you just wait. I know it's been a long time, and you want to go back home, and you want to save your people, and we will do everything in our power that we can to help you at a later date in time. But right now,
Queen,
there is.
and she drops to a knee. She lowers
it'll
her
be
head.
less than a. Oh no! I
And then
try and
she-
pick her back up.
she resists, and she's actually surprisingly strong. She kind of like goes, please, and she looks up pleadingly towards you, Brissa. Please. There are definitely people starting to kind of turn towards you guys, like starting to pay attention. I need you to make oath.
Oh. Ooh.
Please. I need help. We need help. Please.
Now is not the best time to be doing this. She'd like look towards others to like try to pick her up. Like it'd be like, please, like, listen, you are my friend, and you know we can talk about this later. But this is not a great time to talk about this. And she'll also like just be like eyeing the crowd for a Castus and be like, you need to handle this.
He's
handle
just
this.
over there, absolutely just. He's already like a couple of cups deep in the wine. He kind of looks at you, and he's gonna pretend like he didn't catch your eyes at first. And like, oh, excuse me, Darian. Oh, is this about the usual? No, it's all right. Nothing to worry about here. Yeah. No, it's okay. I promise. No, she did not proposition her. That's not what. Yes. Yes. As he looks towards you.
Do you want to like take Darian? Yeah, like just over in this.
You have done this to me so many times. Not anymore. You have to make decision.
She's gonna like look towards the rest of the group.
Scatter or get off the pot. That's what Yanni say.
Yanni, what the fuck?
What?
He favorite teacher.
Can't help it. The rest of you didn't have time to help teacher.
Thank you, Yanni. So what is it going to... When is it going to be?
Well, we'll talk about it after the wedding.
We can't make a rapid decision like this here. Like, please let us, talk about it as a group after we handle our affairs.
I know
How
what
about-
this means. You
How about
think I child because I can't speak like you. I am no child.
Well, now you're blowing this out of proportion. This is way not. That's a bit, little exaggerated.
No, it is truth. Why else you put me off 3 years?
Like I said before, that was just Brissa.
No. You all knew what I wanted. Where have you been, Lyra, for 3 years? You leave the cat behind to take care of child instead of coming visit yourself.
What
But
does
it's
that
not
even
the same.
mean?
Yanni, I will see you later. Good riddance. And she kind of walks off. And Yanni, you know
Bye.
that was one of the most recent lessons, so she doesn't really know what good riddance means. She wanted to say farewell, but she definitely said good riddance. But in the situation, it kind of fit.
She's been asking like at least once a week to go and invade the island and everything. But it's been a lot.
As Callistor's just like, that is awkward.
I mean,
This is why when she said she wanted to marry the king and become the queen, I just went, whoo, because I don't want to deal with that kind of political BS.
I was really sad when you taught her the word invade, Yanni. That was a week.
No, it's a strong word.
Oh yeah, it is
You
a very
can't do
strong
anything
word.
in invade.
to be fair, Roxana's right over there. We could just.
As you point, she's already
everything.
kind of like next to you guys, the turban kind of looking beautiful, magnificent. She's wearing also a breastplate, and you can see that it has an interesting combination of both, stim face as well as they seem to actually be upon the shoulders of what look like snake-headed women, all throughout the breastplate itself. Indeed. It seems to me, as there's a snake that kind of like starts to make its way out of the turban, she gently just kind of pushes it back up, that teaching Darian the word invade was a poor choice, yeah. Queen Brissa, well met. High Priestess Estrella, good to see that you're keeping an eye out on... Yeah, your dog. Oh, that dog. Oh no, that dog is definitely pissing all over... Oh no. Well,
The dog is the BBEG.
it's gonna tear this campaign apart.
Oh, I just noticed you have like a little divider thing. That's cute. Anyways.
You handled that dog beautifully. Just need to point. And I'm glad that you're keeping an eye on them just as well as you are on your dog. Just like that. So what was that I heard about invade? You aren't seriously considering such action, Queen. And you know that technically speaking, she is of equal rank to you.
Of course not. It is, you know, you have to deal with those types of requests all the time, and it's just something that you kind of have to deal with.
Mitros. Oh, I would never entertain that. I would immediately execute whomever would come by me and suggest such a thing. But perhaps, maybe since you have been entertaining these usurper for 3 years now, so I don't know, maybe you think I should change my stance on that?
I think that executing people that give ridiculous ideas is a little bit heavy-handed, yes. So you should definitely change your stance on that. That is
I say we do things differently. Mitros has always been a little bit soft, which is why I was able to benefit off of its underbelly for so long. But in Timis, we run a bit more of a strong hand.
I mean, we remember your warriors. They, not necessarily Nobel strong, but it was they were alright.
You're right. Under my sister's rule, they let them get soft too. Believe me, I've changed things. There have been great advances, and thanks to the alliance with Arisia, things have been going extremely well for us. For you too. I mean, after all, you have the High Priestess Estrella with you now. Well done. Though I am surprised that you still hang with these people.
They are my friends. We are all friends.
We all have our vices. You're correct.
Well, we best be off finding our seats.
Sorry, y'all. Slight interference. Technical difficulties that are not technical.
Not
Please
you
stop.
referring to your child as technical difficulties.
You know what? Sometimes.
So as an aside, since we're already in timeout, my cat had hooked her claw into my dog. That's why I had to run.
Oh my god!
And all I heard was. So it was an emergency. He's fine.
It's just a stray ass dog, like on the back of Thylea, who's like, gets trying to like not destroy the dog, but at the same time, like is getting like gnawed on.
It's a snack.
Checks out. No, the dog's not made out of gold.
Thylea, no. Drop it.
It's
Drop it, Thylea.
It's already
Drop
like
it.
half torn apart at that point.
She's doing that thing where the dog will like hold something in their mouth but not actually bite
Oh,
down
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
My older dogs are totally doing that to the puppy right now. They just basically like
Yeah.
put the entire thing in its mouth and they're just like, oh yeah, I'll play with you.
Yep.
As Moxena kind of puts her hand on your forearm, Brissa, I am simply glad that we're of a mind here. Our alliance, our relationship between Timis and Mitros remains strong. Thank you for what you have done. The old Oath of Peace was insufferable. This new one, how fruitful it has been. She gives you a little squeeze on the forearm. It's away.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Alright. It was all right. On to our seats. It's a really long aisle.
You guys, you guys start filtering in. Interestingly enough, as you guys start walking toward there, there's suddenly just a massive thunder, lightning starting to sign above as the rain starts to fall down, and you can see as the raindrops hit the golden shield, they just evaporate. Estrella, you immediately know this is a sign of two things. One, Sidon, or maybe Chelsea, is petty enough to want to ruin the wedding day of the couple. But two, because it is something that they have caused, the shield activates, not letting the rain pass through. A lot of
Australia immediately thinks, I packed control weather for this. Perfect. But I don't have any power here, so that's not perfect. But it's fine.
Like, hey, Dad and Granddaddy, I know you caused this, but here, let me just use your power to kind of not do that. Yes. As you guys filter in, though, you see a multitude of people that have shown up. And Estrella, as you're in conversation, starting to kind of like mingle about, people are taking their spots, a familiar face shows up at your side. Your mother, Mercy, the Oracle. She kind of hooks her arm into yours, puts her one of the left hand kind of in both of her hands, and a lot of people are just kind of almost like falling over themselves, kind of looking towards her as she had entered the temple, as she very clearly has just been kind of shaking off suitors and the like. She goes, daughter, how are you?
Mother, I'm great. Never been better. How are you?
I love to hear that. I am doing all right. I mean, could always be a little bit better. I don't know if maybe my one and only daughter would come by my temple and visit every once in a while. That could maybe put me in a better mood. I don't know.
I could tell from the tone of her voice, this is very much like you could call once in a while.
I'm sort of busy, Mom, you know?
I know, and I'm very proud of you. What you did was everything I had hoped for. When I first had the prophecy, when I first saw the visions, I'm so sorry, love. You're just still mad at me, aren't you? Just because I wanted to keep you safe. I just figured I saw everyone else do the thing and kill the people, and well, I saw...
Do you know what you could do to make it better? You could tell everyone that Minos is not my father, starting with Lyra.
I am a teller of truths and prophecies, my dear. But
Don't
never
do that.
lie to the people.
Minos is clearly not my father. You know it and I know it.
He is your father. Sorry if that
I mean,
is upsetting to you. I know that he was never there for you, so maybe having no father is better than him. To you, he has certain appealing parts of him that I understand would not be appealing to you, and that is for the best, but listen, this is not about your father. This is about you and me. You know, I understand you are busy, but you could have at least maybe sent a sending spell or something. And really just replying no when I sent them to you. I understand that you could say more than that. It's rude.
All right, I'm sorry. I will send you messages more and I will come to visit more.
Yes,
When
how
the world
about
is
once a
not
day
falling
for the
apart.
messages and once a month for the visits?
And you will visit me how often?
We'll make it, or like, I will visit you once a month. Mitros, yes, that is still where you are, yes. I know you travel to Praxis all the time. I used to, I don't know, I never liked the tower much, it was too militaristic for me, but do you, tell me more. How are you?
No, great. Never been better, you know?
I
Living
feel
the
like you're
dream. I have
leaving
dreams.
a lot
since I was
out. You do realize
child.
that I am an oracle. I talk to people for a living.
Well, then, if you already know the answer, why are you asking me the question? Mother?
Because it is about our relationship and the trust that we put into each other. I don't know the answer ahead of time. That is not how prophecy works.
Could you excuse me for one moment? I've got to go get my dog.
Why on earth did she bring a dog to a wedding? I'm so confused.
I told her that she should really not, but she said that she really wants the dog. Like, it just...
What is it with these high society women in
Thylea,
intros these
throw
days?
it!
Just like walk around with these little hot stuff. I don't get it.
I don't know either. Yeah.
Like it's like so 20 years ago.
But the puppy looks so yummy. Fine. Kind of spits the dog up. Runs back towards Silo. So you have a dog now. You didn't even tell me about that. When did you pick up the dog? What did you name it? What is your name? What is your name, What is your name? What's your name? Are you a good girl? Are you a good boy? What are you?
I forgot what I named him. Did I name him something? I feel like I did. Stop it.
Stop it! What an interesting name. Just kidding. No, really, what is the name of the dog? It has to be something that I commit to memory now. I know how important this is to you.
His name is Didon.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
Hurts.
You can double down on this. I respect the hell out of it. Are you sure you want to name the dog Sidon? I love
Yes.
it, but okay.
He
You
is
are
like a hurricane all the time and a storm.
true,
you
but
know?
this is still your grandfather's name. The god of Thylea now. Sure, you want to name a dog after a god?
If I had a child, I would name it Sidon. What is the difference?
I mean, a child would be a child and not a dog.
Let's see.
What?
If you take
What do you mean?
dog and you flip it around, it spells God.
Thank you, Lyra.
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Mother, do you have anything for me that's not criticism or complaints? You look
All right,
lovely.
I feel like this is coming out of a very, very toxic place of hate, of too much internalized resentment that you feel towards me for how you perceive that your childhood went. I don't think this is fair or the right venue to bring that up in particular. I'm not being critical.
right.
I am simply seeking to reach out towards my daughter who barely speaks to me, though she's an important priestess now and I am the oracle, and we, if anything, should be in conversation all of the time.
Me. One moment. Australia goes to look for drinks, alcohol.
And yeah, as you kind of like walk away, she turns towards you, Lara. She's spoken of me?
Like specifically, or in a general sense, or
It is a no. Fine, I see how it is. How's she doing? Is she dating anyone? Speaking of children,
So here's the thing.
Mercer's like the
a l-
fucking through line between all the campaigns. All of the parents want fucking children, always. Yes?
A lot has happened in the last 3 years, and surprisingly,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I need to
I
have
am like,
grandchildren.
I'm the last person to ask about anything going on with Estrella right now. You should probably ask Yanni.
Yanni! She just kind of waves her hand. Yanni, come on over here, please. Oh, Yanni!
Hi.
Hi! And she
or-
kind of just gives you a warm hug. Mwah, mwah, gives you a kiss on both cheeks. How was my favorite academy philosopher doing?
I'm doing okay. There's kind of a lot of people for me, but you know,
Oh, auraphobia? Yeah, I
a
understand.
little bit.
I'm just gonna slowly back away from the conversation.
And it seems
leave.
like, yeah, Versi is absolutely just ignoring your existence the second that you are not, like, ready to give an answer to her. She's just like, yeah. So, Yanni, I know it's getting late in the evening. Did you burn candles at both ends again for your scrolls or whatever thing you do
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
academy?
it's a bad habit.
Okay.
It's a bad habit.
Talking of bad habits, who is Estrella's bad habit? Is it
I mean-
that elf? I have seen him before. As she looks towards Argenti. Though, if I remember correctly, he had a husband. Huh. Does he still have a
Do I
husband?
want to have fun with this? I mean, I've heard rumors.
You have? Tell
I've
me
heard
more.
I've heard that he plays both ways. So you know,
Interesting.
yeah, maybe.
I mean, no judgment, but okay. So does he still have the husband? I mean, that was a long time ago. I think the husband was a human. He must be dead by now. Unlike us nymphs, we live a very long time.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. He and I aren't really that close. Like we don't talk personal stuff that much. Mostly just talk about magic business stuff.
I see.
You know, he's one of those sorcerer types. He didn't have to learn magic. He just knew it, and I just find that fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, when you carry a divine or an arcane spark, things come maybe a little bit easier to you. Could you maybe do an old oracle a favor?
I can try.
Could you keep an eye out? And you know how to cast a little sending message, perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
Let me know when things are getting serious. I just want to pop in accidentally when, you know, they're waking up on the weekends and, oh, look at me, I brought some bread, and oh, who is this strapping young elf? At least he'll be living almost as long as she can. No, it's nice. That is the drawback, you know, Yanni, and no offense against you and the other mortals who don't live very long, but it is very difficult to start a relationship with someone who doesn't live as long as us. We have to consider these things.
That's valid.
It's like, at that point, almost like having a dog, you know? They just die when you get attached to them, and then you have to get another one and another one. Though it teaches you a lot about... And she starts getting into like some really just like hot take shit about longer-lived lineages dating shorter-lived
I
lineages.
start looking around the room for any of my friends. I'm all like,
And everyone is literally just like...
No,
Or
Estrella
Yanni's
comes
gonna-
back and she'll give Yanni a drink.
Yanni's gonna die before all of us. He is not the
Hey,
person to talk about this to.
And that is why my fifth husband... Oh, well, hello. Welcome back.
thanks for the wine. Hey, she wants to know who you're dating. Have fun. And I walk away.
Listen, you're not forthcoming, so I have to ask your friends, okay?
I'm not dating anyone. I am.
What? But
dedicated
I
to
thought
my
you and Argenti are...
work.
That's what Yanni said.
Oh,
Yanni!
it's true. It's
I said it was
true.
a
Would you like to meet
rumor.
him?
Yeah, that you started, apparently.
You will see he's perfect for me. Argenti!
Yes.
Yes. Genti, you... Slyla starts bounding after Sidon. So many weird namings here. It's gonna be great. But as they kind of bound off. So, Argenti, forgive me, but
Yes.
I have met you before, I believe, a very long time ago. You used to have a husband, yes?
Yes, Matteo. That's
Apologies
correct.
for being so direct. I was told by someone that you are dating my daughter, Estrella. Is that true?
Just look at Estrella.
Chaos goblins, the energy blowing.
You don't have to be modest, darling.
Of course. We've been together for... Well, you know, I forget sometimes. How long have we been together?
Oh, who
Years?
can say?
When you're
Yes.
in love, it's hard
Well.
to really
That's true.
measure time.
She just squints her eyes. I'll let you guys both make me a deception check with disadvantage on this one.
Lyra's on the other side of the room, but she can sense the tension, so she's just laser focused on the conversation.
Yanni walks up beside Lyra and he's like, Yeah, I'm kind of a stinker.
Oh,
Tell her what I did.
it doesn't look like they're handling it very well.
Wait, this isn't a believable setup that we're doing here? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
understanding?
I'm just standing very
Oh,
rigidly,
weird.
sort of. We are very close. Often.
All right, fine. You're breaking your mother's heart. All I want is for you to find love and happiness. This is what Minos is to me. The way he makes me happy, the joy he brings to my life, the joy he brings to my life. This is all I want for you. I just want you to have something, to build something, to... listen, I found your journal and I read over it again and I remember all the things you have described, you know. Big, large biceps, arms that could carry a tree trunk, you know, tree trunk legs. There's a lot of tree metaphors in the journal, but in any case, this is what I want you to find. That is all, Astray. And I apologize, Argenti, but you're not quite her type. At least young Astraya's type. Nice try, though, you two.
I drank my entire glass of wine.
As
Well,
Aesop kind of walks by, he kind of... Argenti, could you help me with something?
Yes, of course. it was a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Astraea's mother.
Yes. Could you bring me some wine,
good day.
too?
I'll see if I can find something.
Aesop kind of leads you away. Sorry, I couldn't tear myself away sooner, but I have to officiate a wedding. And Versi does not need more wine. When she gets drunk, she... let's just say it's a party that Kyra would have been proud of.
Oh. So there's more to the antics.
Oh.
That she isn't already drunk.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
But she will be.
Wonderful.
She loves weddings.
Wonderful. Was there a particular reason why you
Yes,
needed
because
me,
I was rescuing you, but no. Other than that, how are you doing? You seemed better. Was it nice seeing everyone again? I know that you've been worried about it for weeks now.
Yes. Mostly I was just worried of who could be possibly watching us, so I put on a little bit of a show.
Yes, there are people that came to me very concerned about your mental health. They were
Yes.
wondering if you had
Yes.
lost your mind. Somebody suggested maybe a feeble mind spell. I'm
Yes.
glad that is not the case.
Yeah, that is not the case at all.
Just
but,
hold still for a second.
I've recently
He
learned
waves
that
his hand as he hits you with a dispel magic. Say something?
Sidon is savior.
Alright, that's not the safe word we had agreed upon, but I see it as you. Alright, I just wanted to make sure it's not like an illusion or something.
Nope. I
Alright.
think I'm completely fine. I appreciate you also saving me from that situation.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility I could have different seating arrangements? By the way, I noticed I'm seated next to Chandris, and I think given our...
I know, but then you would have to sit next to Versi. She is the one who started switching around the name cards and set you next to Chandris. I think she just set Estrella away from Chandris and next to her. So,
Alright. Well, that's fine then.
just want to make it through. Be fair. I better get up there.
Have fun with that.
Hesperus the bard in the back goes, hello, my fellow people. And Rhodas just kind of grabs his nose bridge. Corinna kind of laughs into her hand, trying to look as not laughing at the whole situation. Aesop even kind of cringes a little bit. Welcome to the wedding of General Rotus, son of Pitor, brother to the Queen of Estoria, Anora, first of her name, and the lovely, the wonderful Corinna. Together, we are going to see their betrothal today, watch their holy matrimony, their oaths exchanged. We are seeing history made today. So everyone, please take your seats. Make sure that you mark that you have been sitting where you have been sitting. I need this for my notes later. I'm going to write a song about this. Yes, yes, I see you in the back. No, do not. Stop throwing it away. Hey, you. I will return immediately. I just need to, I need to deal with this. And like starts to walk towards the back of it. You can see there's a centaur that has kind of walked in, who's just standing in the back. Something that Daphne would certainly recognize to be a leader of the centaur tribes to the west.
Thank God. I saw him and I was like, wait, who's that hot centaur? And then my brain immediately went, oh God, no, is that Minos? So I said nothing.
Minos is a minotaur.
Oh, right. I forget.
Different beast person. Different beast person.
Hooves,
And yet somehow Estrella got none of it. It's still so bizarre.
You guys don't know that. All right. Yanni, interestingly enough, next to you also sits Atreya, the elven leader of the commune of elves that lived on Hexia's Island of the Dragon. It seems that she has shown up as a dignitary, a woman who suffered the same fate under Hexia in a way as, you know, Rhodus' mother, Thea, who sits or he stands at the front. Daphne's at the front, trying her best to not look hungover and feel the same. As Pascal turns towards you, Lyra. You know, it's not too late to just sneak out the back. We could do that thing again.
See, I would be so down for it, but somehow we're not the most drama at this wedding, and it's kind of blowing my...
Oh, I love this.
So-
Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't actually like to make a scene. I love to watch a good one, though. You know, one of those people says, oh, I hate the drama, but...
Right? But you love to watch the drama?
It is fantastic. I wish the buffet wasn't here, because this is fantastic. This entire wedding is already a shit show.
Yeah, so, I mean, love to, but I gotta watch. I gotta see how it unfolds.
All right. And he just kind of gently puts like his left hand on like the lower part of your neck, and just kind of starts to kind of like gently caress as the wedding unfolds.
Also, I'm kind of thinking about objecting just for funsies, but it's really up in the air, so I don't know.
for half a second, my brain was like, to Pascal doing that? Aww. I mean, he will respectfully say, okay, cool.
No.
The entire wedding. The entire wedding. I got it. Argenti, as you sit down, and there's also Lady Moxena behind you, just kind of stoically looking forward. Chandras does turn towards you. I'm sorry, I believe Estrella was supposed to sit here.
It's not by choice.
Oh, all right.
It's all right.
Just wanted to make that clear. You know what? Before this entire thing starts, I'm sorry. I'm very protective over her. I don't have friends, and she is my only friend. So, if you hurt her, I will hurt you. I just want to make that clear. You know? But
I'm not going to hurt Estrella.
Good. I just wanted to make sure.
But if you hurt me, I'll destroy you.
Of course, yes.
Friend.
My big, yeah, whatever. We can have a measuring contest later. I just want to make it clear. Estrella is a friend of mine, and I will not let anyone hurt her, but it appears that we're on the same page about this, yes?
Of course.
Good.
Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Excellent.
And he kind of forlornly looks over towards Estrella like... Alright, so we need to match you with someone. Is there at least someone? As Mercy just kind of keeps going in the background. As Hesperos kind of comes back. The situation has been cleared up and we are ready to proceed. Everyone, take your places. He kind of looks towards the center. It's just like... Yes, come one, come all, for the wedding that is going to unfold today. Under the watchful eyes of Peter's spirit, we are going to... And Aesop just kind of puts up a hand. It is quite alright. Dear friends, family, and loved ones, the two before us today, I am Aesop, keeper of the Dragonlord. I was here when the Dragonlords fought the Titans, when our ships first sailed and crashed. I was here when we began building a new life. I was here when the cities of Mitros, Storia, and he looks very hard towards the first person that he can really kind of see with that one, Brissa, and Teresia, were built. I helped, in my own way, try and create a new future. And that future has been handed off to a new generation again and again, improving upon the meager attempts that me and my brothers and sisters did that first day. Today we have gathered to celebrate this union between Rotus, the son of Pitur, and Corinna. This is an important day for... as the thunder kind of booms overhead. An important day for not just Historia, but also for all of Thylea. Today, we are going to solidify the future of Historia. And by doing so, spite the gods themselves. Corinna, I believe you have prepared your marital oath. I sure have. Hi everyone. Thanks for coming. Wish my future sister-in-law could have made it. And indeed, there have been whispers kind of going on with the entire drama. It's like, where's the queen? Where's the queen not coming to the weddings? Everybody's just kind of like looking around, trying to see that stuff. But I suppose it is important for me to show up, but not important for her to show up. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Oh yes, the oath. I, Corinna, hereby swear that I will be a faithful and kind and loving woman to you as best as I humanly can for the rest of our marriage. May it last long. May we have children eventually. If we can, and yeah, be good to each other. And Aesop is just kind of like, yes, thank you, Corinna. Rotus, have you prepared something? Yes, dear Corinna, as he kind of like pulls out a parchment. I, Rotus, swear to be a good husband and love you for our entire marriage and never stray and, oh, I forgot my, oh, no, this is further down. I have a lot of children. No, I said maybe children. Alright, maybe children, but I want 4. No, this is not, we haven't agreed to that. No, I mean, we kind of, you know, I mean, I want children, at least 2 sons. Can we just talk about this later instead of in front of everyone right now? What are you doing? Oh, I mean, anyway. Yes, this I swear. And you suddenly see there seems to be a golden light suddenly shining above both of them. There seem to be little mistletoes kind of building all along both of their foreheads and temples, almost like a little mistletoe crown. And so, with Thylea's blessing as well, Aesop continues, we are now looking at husband and wife, bound by oath in marriage. May it last eternal. May it last longer than the Titans. As you definitely see a couple people squirm as he says that. Estrella, how do you react when he says that?
Estrella is looking at Chandris, who looked back at her, and she's like, just making faces at him. Basically, yeah.
As with that, the people get up. There's gentle clapping as people are like, yeah, Rotus, yeah, gorilla. People are getting all crazy as Versi kind of takes you by the arm, starts leaning out. And now I need to have more wine. That boyfriend of yours did not bring me any before the wedding. How rude. All right, let's go. Let's get drunk, everyone. The Oracle has come to town. Let's party. As she kind of starts walking into that. And it's also weird because from an outward appearance, you and Versi look to be no more than maybe 5-10 years apart. That's the other weirdness of nymphs having children. Because yeah, you will look very young for a very long time. As she kind of like drags you around as much as you let her, trying to introduce you to the most available bachelors around Astoria. See, and this one is into ox trading. And I mean, he's a unit of a man, like a full-on could be, you know, let's say a wide receiver or something like that. Big old shoulders, big old arms, big old everything. This man easily stands like 6'4" and is just a mountain of muscle.
Okay, like a lineman. It's fine. Yep. Hello.
Oi. He kind of holds out his big old meaty hand. There's big old calluses inside. My name is Janos. You're the High Priestess, right? I've heard much about you.
I am, yes, and I've heard about you too.
Yes, that he is very successful. You have brought the business from the brink of, I heard, almost extinction, right? Your father had driven things into the ground, and you can see Janos. He kind of has a little bit of like a lowered brow, kind of like thick, bushy eyebrows. They're not completely like a unibrow or anything like that, but they're fairly bushy. But you can see that the very tan, very bronze skin is accentuated with these really bright blue, sky blue eyes. He starts to flush though immediately, embarrassed by being pointed out that his father ran the business into the... Yes, when he died during... Sidon's drought. High Priestess.
It like
he
straps.
He takes your hand.
Snaps at the guy carrying a tray, and he tries to give her one off the tray, and she takes the tray and just leaves the one with him. So the tray of drinks Estrella is holding.
He's just like,
an entire tray.
High Priestess.
Sorry,
it
you were
was
saying?
very nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to speak ill of your god. You're too kind. Mercy, I must excuse myself. This poor mountain of a man who looks like he could rival Rhodas' strength seems to just kind of sag with his shoulder a little bit and tries his best not to look as he walks away. So weak, the men these days are just not the same anymore. See, this is what I like about Minos, a true man's man. None of these, feelings to be hurt all the time. Gods. Alright, next target. She tries to pull you.
First of all, I do not want a boyfriend. Can we
Girlfriend.
table this for now?
What do you
and-
want? We'll set you up with either. I mean, I would prefer a man so we can have some children in the equation. Would you mind maybe experimenting around? Listen, we live for a long time, a millennium. We get to experiment around, try different things. You know, I have been with both. I've been with both, and it gets very interesting with the, you know, kind of more blended. Listen, it is fun. Just want you to be happy. You look so stressed. Look at you. You'll have a perpetual frown. People are calling you resting. Well, I'm not going to repeat it, but listen, I just need you to take care of you. That has been my job for years, and then you ran away from home, and I mean, you did very well for yourself. I trust you in that. You're a powerful, strong woman, and that is good. But what about little Estrella that stood up late and read her books? What about little Estrella that wanted to have a little house on a mountainside growing a garden? What happened to her?
When my work is finished, that is what I will do if I'm still alive. Mother, I have a question for you. Can you cast magic right now?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Could you give me the power to cast magic right now? You know, like I say, oh, Percy, I would like to be a priestess of you. And you could say, oh, Astrea, yes, become an oracle.
My power is much more akin to your boyfriend, Argentis. The divine spark within my blood was awakened, and I don't worship your grandfather as much as I respect my
Spark?
father.
Spark? I spark all the time. How do you spark? Cliff's
mean-
Notes version.
I mean, I don't know, it's just something that happens. You either have it or you don't. It's like dancing or charisma. I mean, some people are good at it, and some people need a little bit help. It's okay. You don't have to be shy about it. What do you ask?
Okay.
You are
Oh,
the High Priestess of Sidon. It is a wonderful place to be. You must be endowed with amazing magics from my father.
Yes. But right now I can't cast any magic because,
Oh,
you know.
this shield, I understand. Interesting. I shall remember this. Kind of tries to cast something, and there's suddenly this floral smell of lilies that kind of just hangs in the air. She goes, seems to be working fine, so that's great. I'm sorry, my dear. I'm sure this is just temporary. That's usually what I tell my lovers. It happens all the time. Kind of rubs your shoulder. I see that you're not interested in going shopping, so I will leave you to your friends. Just please, you made a promise. Once a day, a message to your mother, and once a month, we visit each other. Don't make me make you swear an oath.
All right, I told you I promise, you know, but like I said, sometimes I can't cast magic, so you just have to
All
you
right,
know,
just
trust me that I will when I
don't
can.
be in Astoria. I mean, I like the place for shopping, but other than that, they're too uptight here. Come to the temple; it's more fun there. Anyways,
All right.
I will leave you to it. Janus, listen, sweetie. As she kind of starts walking. People are mingling about where do you guys want to be in the aftermath of the wedding?
Are they close to Yanni? Since Yanni also
Away.
doesn't really like having conversation.
Away from Versi. That's where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
Cast
I'll walk up to Yanni. Next time, I will get her on making a match with you.
That's
Or
fine. I can
gentle.
teleport.
I'm sorry.
What?
I thought it might
Look,
work, but it didn't work.
She went.
I know,
She went
sorry.
way off the rails with what I just. She asked, "Is she interested in that elf over there?" And I was like, there's some rumors. That's pretty much all I said.
It's alright.
I was just trying to give her something to latch onto.
Drink? I've got a whole tray of them.
Always.
Lyra
What-
is still
what is it?
sitting with Pascal, but now she's got those little tiny binoculars on a handle that you wear to the theater.
So bougie.
See? What a display right there. I mean, Versi is fun. Could maybe invite her along.
Think about it.
I don't know, this is a once in a little while of an opportunity. The last time she got this drunk was, well, Versis. Oh, not what was her name? Who was that woman? Valus. That's her name. Her wedding.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me that they slept together, and I was definitely gonna have to go tell Estrella that.
Oh, no. I slept with her.
Alright, then that's.
Does that make you feel uncomfortable?
No, I'm just weighing the pros and cons of being able to tell Estrella that I slept with her mom.
How about we just don't tell her?
But imagine the look on her face.
And there's just a massive smile upon this fiendish man's face. Oh, it will be delicious. I will get the arrangements made later tonight.
I still gotta think about it. We're
your
literally
time.
about to do some real important stuff, and I feel like that might
Oh, right,
change the
Do
whole
I have to
dynamic.
go get drinks again? Is that what this is?
No, it's just it would be hilarious, but also I need her to not be mad at me right now.
Well, I don't know if she deserves to be mad. You're a free woman. She's a free woman. They sometimes meet in the dark in a slightly lit room. Things happen. Anyway, consider it. I look good with glasses. As he just kind of starts walking. Off to make arrangements with Percy. Akasu turns towards you, Brissa, and goes, "You know, I kind of miss this. Our wedding was a bit too rushed. It was nice."
It is entertaining for sure. That that is true. That is
Well, you're right, my love. You seem, what do you call it? Not happy. I think the word you usually use is fucking frustrated. What's going on?
Oh, I think this. We could talk about it at a later date and time. Like not in a room full of people.
Listen, I had to do this, and he kind of like pulled you over to the side of the entire affairs. You guys are able to kind of look over the city itself that kind of stretches to the west. There's that river that kind of snakes through the city itself, the River Archelon. As he goes, "Listen, I had to do that kind of political speech with Darian. What's going on? You can talk to me. What's happening?"
I mean, is it private where they are? Like,
It's
should,
definitely like
look-
an easy 100 feet from anyone that's nearby. And you guys are kind of facing away from the crowd of people. There's that buzz of conversations going on, people laughing, cheering towards the couple. Not you guys.
she'll-
Odyssey.
yeah. She'll just look at him and look around and just be like, I don't necessarily know if I can trust where we're at. I would rather talk about this in the palace, but
Oh.
I would just say for right now, I might have to go away for a little while, and I would just say things might get a little bumpy.
Is Mimi in danger? Am I in danger?
I'm sorry, who?
Maybe it is yet to be determined. I think you would be safe within the city.
What about him? You have a plan?
I hope so.
He just kind of pulls you in close, puts your head under his, and just squeezes you. You can kind of smell the musk off of Acastus, kind of mixed in with sandalwood, as you're that close to him, and okay, I trust you with my heart. Everything. I'll protect Mimi. You get her, boy.
I will do everything I can, and you know I will.
He kisses you on the head, and takes your cheek as he looks towards you, kind of pointing your chin up, and you can see there's definitely a tear that kind of ran to the side. Oh, I didn't think any of the rain came through. Interesting. Anyway, should we get back to the party?
Yes. Let's go get drunk, and you'll see she has like a tray of meat over there, that she was stackpiling meat to bring Sila at the same time too.
And Silas already eating it, and has started chewing on the plate itself, like eating the bronze.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, they can pay for it.
It's like a massive Oreo for her. It's like one of those Texas-sized cookies, you know what I mean?
Back to the party.
As you guys go back to the party, discussing things in different arrays, suddenly you hear shouts. General Rotus! General Rotus! As there's a group of Centurions kind of rushing, and the party kind of seems to stop. Everybody kind of looks towards Hesperos, who's like motioning for the bards to kind of cut. General Rotus, we need to speak to you immediately. Rotus is like, no, what's going on? It is not right here. As you guys are all kind of like, what is happening? Rotus seems to kind of like come off of a table where he was giving some kind of a speech about how fantastic he was. Stepping down, it kind of like stumbles, kind of face plants. Corinna, meanwhile, is kind of like dancing on another table. She sees him fall, and she's like, also completely pissed drunk. It seems like the entire party at this point is getting really, really, absolutely pissed. You do see a third table. There's, of course, Versi, who's being carried by two strong minotaurs currently, her butt cheek on one shoulder each. As she's just kind of like leading some kind of a song on the side. And the Centurion kind of like goes, General Rotus, this is serious. Daphne kind of steps forward and she's like, what is going on? What is happening? This is more of a historian affair. And Daphne just goes, I am a historian, just as much as more so than him. And there's like a little bit of a pause there for a second. What is going on? It is the queen. Her guard has been slain. Her chambers are empty. We need you. We don't know where she is. And Brissa, as you had kind of like turned away from the party for just one more second to just get like that peace before you had to make small talk with people again, you were looking out over the river when all of that shit happened. And then suddenly, out of the periphery of your eye, you suddenly see a flash and another one. And you see torches being lit down by the riverbank. Down by a very significant rock that sits within the river itself. The rock that had been used for generations for sacrifices to Sidon. The rock of Estor. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. See you guys here very shortly.
Now where the drama, see?
They're like, okay.
David, we're level 15 now, David. It's gonna be 2 rounds, but it's gonna be over.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not even a little bit.
Surely it's just some stupid centurions that thought they could get away with this. Both of them? Both of them? Oh my god, please kill one of my characters.
Careful what you wish for.
Terrified. I'm uncomfortable with the energy in this room.
If you kill Lyra, she's just gonna become a martyr. Duh. Hell yeah. We'll find a way.
What? Oh, hell yeah, brother. Jesus Christ. Hell yeah, brother. Good God.
I don't know what's going on and I'm scared.
No, it was in the Avernus game that we're in. There was a character who would just always go like, Hell yeah, brother. He had like a southern accent. It was fun.
Happy Pride.
Ay, ay, ay. Holy shit. Okay, welcome back. We left off as the group had finished with the wedding. Rhodus and Corinna now officially married, finally, after so many episodes of anticipation. However, nobody saw this coming. There was a bit of a wrinkle in this wedding. However, what all the players thought would be a wrinkle that would probably involve them, or maybe involve Rhodus or Corinna? No. In fact, it seems the Queen of Historia, Rhodus' sister Enora, is missing instead. And Brissa sees lights, torches, come to life, magically ignited, down as Estrella's dog just mauls Brissa. Sorry. They're fucking animals. As you guys absolutely can tell that there's now anxiety and tension within the group. Maybe the Centurions, really. The rest of the party is still absolutely going at it.
Already?
Not like that. Speedy,
Pride Month.
oh, you get
That type of wedding.
Thing.
I mean, it's Greek themed, right? So
It is
you know.
Greek themed. That's true. It's like we don't know who your father is. It could be any one of these 52 people.
Sounds right.
So does Brissa know that something is happening? I guess.
It seems very odd that that fire suddenly sprang to life down at the place. This, as far as you know, Enora has not allowed any more sacrifices to be made at that rock.
Did she